Hello, good morning, everyone. Well, welcome to today's morning market review. Can we hear me? Are we together? Good morning, everyone. Please, if you can hear me, can you simply just type yes, chat box, so that we can continue? All right, thank you. So, you can all hear me loud and clear. You're all welcome to today's morning market review. Happy customer service week once again. My name is Jeremiah, and they will be together for a while. I'm hosting this morning's review. It's my colleague, Mayowa, joining us very, very soon. All right. So this morning, we're going to go over some pairs and look at where we can position or take instant opportunities on. All right. So it's always wise that you plan your trade your plan your trade, and then you trade your plan. Right. So let's start from of course, we need to move from the fundamentals. That's the best place to start from. When you are about to do your analysis, it's always wise to start your analysis from the fundamentals. So let's go over to the fundamentals, look at what we have today, right? So I'm going to share my screen now, and I'll move to forexfactory.com. So I'm presently on forexfactory.com. So on forexfactory.com, we don't have any major or medium impact news because today is filled with holidays. We have bank holidays in Japan, in US, and Canada. So we have bank holidays in these three major currencies, or countries rather. So we don't have any high impact or medium impact news. So what we're going to experience more today is the aftermath of NFP on Friday, the aftermath of the NFP that was released on Friday, and then a little bit low liquidity movement chance because of these three holidays in these countries, right? So there's not so much to do when it comes to fundamentals. Now let's move to the technicals. Or move to the technicals, it's always wise to have a plan of what you are already looking at for. You need to have a breakdown of what you need to see or you pick your trade, as you cannot make impulse decision when you just go to the trade. You have to plan your steps. What are the things you need to see or you would begin to pick your trades, right? So for me, I have why I would be entering a buy at any point in time and why I'll be entering a sell at the time. I always share that with us all the time. That is serving as the guiding rule for my trades. That's serving as the guiding rule for my trades, all right? So let me quickly press that and then we'll move over to the chart. Let me quickly paste that and then we'll move over to that. So the first reason why would I be entering a buy is that I would like to buy at horizontal support. I would like to buy at horizontal support. So the first reason why I would like to buy is buy at horizontal support. So I would like to buy at horizontal support. Then the second reason why I would also like to buy. The second reason why I would also like to buy is to buy after the breakout, after the breakout and retest of the resistance. It is also, so once price breaks a resistance, it becomes a turn quote turn code support. And the third reason that what I like to buy is to buy in an uptrend, after a pullback, up to 50%. So that these are my three reasons to buy at any point in time. Technically, I need to see one out of these on the chart before I will press a buy. See it. And then my confirmation candle using price action, is to see two opposite candles. I'm not really bothered about the size of the candle. For any of these three reasons, I just need to see these two opposite candles. Need a red first followed by a green. Doesn't matter the size of the green or the red, as long as there are two opposite candles. Fine, I'm good. See, I have wicks or tails. So these are my reasons to enter a buy at any point in time. And then my reasons to enter a sell as well. My reasons to enter a sell simply, number one, choose to sell. Number one is I sell at horizontal resistance. That's one. Two, I sell after a breakout and retest of support. That's when it becomes a turncoat resistance. And then thirdly, I can sell in a downtrend. After a pullback of 50%. All right? And then the two signals I need to see are just two opposite candles as well. Just that this time around, it will now be the green first, and then followed by red candle. Green first, followed by red. Doesn't matter the size of the green or the red. As long as I'm seeing two opposite candles like this, I am good to sell. So we are going to use this to now look for opportunities around the chart now to look at when we are going to into picture. All right. So let me go over to the charts. I'm using the MT4, MT5 interchangeably. Right. So let me start from the chart of gold. We're going to start from the chart of gold. So, like we said, what we are seeing, what we're going to experience mostly today is the aftermath of yesterday's or Friday's NFP. All right. So for gold right now, gold is on a support. Why? Because it has changed direction from here before, and it's also there again. Now, my signal to enter a buy at support, I can see it here already. Remember the signal to enter buy, I need a red candle first. We'll go back to that whiteboard. A signal to enter buy is a red candle first, followed by a green. Now, doji can be in between. It's not a problem. Doji is just a sign of indecision, and you don't use doji in isolation. Use it in combination with other candles, all right? So at support right now, I have seen a red candle. So let me zoom into where the support is. I have seen a red candle followed by a green. That is my signal to enter a buy at support. Now, if we look at the chart of gold, all of the fall on gold is due to the strength of the dollar. That's why the gold fell like this. Now we understand that if price is going to go down, price is supposed to give us a higher high and a higher low. Sorry, a lower high and a lower low. If it's going to go up, lower high, higher high, and higher low. Now, if this is the lower low of the uptrend, of the downtrend. If this is the lower low of the downtrend, it means that this price is supposed to trend back to this area, especially since it broke a support, especially if it broke a support at this area, especially if it broke a support at this area. This is my support area. Yes. So because it has broken this support here, I expect price to retest it, to go back and retest it. That is what it's supposed to do more of the time. More often than not, it's supposed to do that, just as it did here. So this used to be a support, and then price broke that support. See, price broke it, and then it went back there to retest. Also went a little bit lower again. Price returned back to that broken support to retest. More often than not, that is how a downtrend, these are the attributes of a simple downtrend. So I expect this price to pull back to this quote resistance and then continue a downtrend as the case may be. Now, the pullback of a higher time frame is a complete trend on the lower time frame. The pullback of the higher time frame is a complete trend on the lower time frame. What I mean is, if price is trending down on the higher time frame, and let's say this is the D1 time frame, price is trending down on the D1 time frame. By the time it's going through its pullback, by the time it's going through its pullback on the daily time frame, that pullback will be seen as a complete uptrend on the lower time frame. Lower time frame, I mean from H1 downwards. The pullbacks of a higher time frame is a complete trend on the lower time frame. And if price is going up on the daily time frame, and the daily time frame is going through a pullback phase, that pullback will be seen as a complete downtrend on the lower time frame. Hope you understand that. All right. So let me go back to the chart now. So I expect this daily time frame to give me a pullback. Now that pullback is going to appear as a complete uptrend on the lower time frame. So I'm going to scale down now to the lower time frame. First, I have this is the H4 time frame for swing traders, and then this is the H1 time frame for day traders. All right. So on the H1 time frame, I want to enter a buy. I'm going to enter a buy because I believe price is still going to trend up. I believe price is still going to trend up, right? So I expect price to continue to go up. So it means I want to buy. Now, as part of our reasons to buy here, one of the reasons to buy is to, buy after the breakout and retest of a resistance. That is a turncoat support, and then you press a buy. So what's this mean for me on the chart of gold right now is that you can see this gap that price has created because of the trades that were carried out over the weekend or after the market has closed on us. So I expect price to pull back to this place. This area used to be a resistance. You see it? The price has broken out from that resistance now. So the breakout has happened now. I now need a retest. So for beginners who are just beginning to trade, it's wise that you wait for a retest here before you enter your buy. That's one way to approach it. Wait for a retest on this turncoat support and then enter your buy. Or you can use a buy limit. You can put in a buy limit here. So I can put in a buy limit at this turncoat support because I want price to pull back. It's a red candle that is going to get there first, then followed by green. If I see those two signs, red candle first followed by green, I'm going to enter an instant buy. Or I can use a buy limit at that level. That is how a beginner trader will approach this chart of gold to position for a buy. Now, if you're experienced, you know that more than often, anytime the market gaps, it's also an opportunity to make money. Anytime the market gaps, it's also an opportunity to make money. What I mean is that the market closed while going up here, and then it opened above. and now there is a gap in between. So anytime the market gap up, more of the time than often, this market is supposed to come back and fill that gap more than often. This is what the price will do. So anytime there's a gap up of the market, you can trade that gap. How do you do that? If it gaps up, you will just need to apply a sell stop at the end of the gap, and then your TP will be at the beginning of the gap. So your sell stop can be at the end of this gap, and then your TP will be here. If I'm to structure it properly, this is where our sell stop will be. Our sell stop will be here. And then my TP will be down here. So anytime the market gaps up, this is how to approach it. And what about if it gaps down? If the market gaps down, so let's say the market closed somewhere here, the market closed somewhere there, and then it opens at a lower price here. Once that happens, all you need to apply is your buy stop. If it closes low and opened lower, you need to apply your buy stop. So your buy stop will be here, and then your TP will be up here. That is if it gaps down. That is how to trade any chart that gaps down. So this place here will be your buy stop, and then above here will now be your TP. Yeah. So that's how to trade a gap up and a gap down. All right. So let me go back to our chart of gold. So I can see a gap up. There is a gap up here on this chart of gold. There is a gap up here. Yeah. So I can approach it by trading that gap first, by putting a sell stop at the end of that gap, and then my TP will just be below. Right. Let me do that on my MT5 platform. Let me do that on my MT5 platform. So I'm going to position for that to trade that gap on my MT5, and then I will position for a buy limit on my MT4 at this turncoat support. Why? Because that's one higher probability of making money for me. See, anytime price pulls back to this point here, it has a higher opportunity of giving me profit. All right. Yes. So my buy limit is around, this is the figure of my buy limit. And buy limit is for the gold chart. My buy limit is at 1833.24. And my take profit, I will use a 1:1. Take profit will simply be 1852.01. And my stops just be 180921, right? So let me quickly type that for us in the chat so that we can have that. The buy limit for the gold charts. Because we want to trade the retest. Then we want price to go through the retest first before we enter our buy. So my buy limit is, figure of my buy limit 1833.24. Then my TP is 1:1 trade, 1852.01. All right. And then my SL, it's also 1:1, 1809.21. So that's how I'll be approaching the gold majorly with the buy limit. Now with the sell stop, I'm going to do the sell stop on my MT5 platform to trade that gap, trade the gap of that sell stop. So let me go to my MT5 platform and then go to the chart of gold. go to the chart of gold. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. So on the chart window for gold. Now that gap that I'm seeing, as you have said, that gap's up, I can trade it as well. So I like to do it separately so that I'll be able to manage my portfolio properly. So I'm going to put my sell stop here to trade that gap. Then the TP of my sell stop, I'm going to put it at the start of that gap. So I can choose a figure and then readjust 1830.00. And my stops will just be above 185828, right? Modify. So and then I will adjust. So my TP of the gap, I'm just trying to trade this gap here. So anytime price is coming back to do retest, it's going to fill that gap for me, and then I'll make some money from the. All right. The figures again of my buy limit for gold charts. Let me share it one more time. Right. That's the figures of my buy limit for the gold chart. Right. So we can go on now. So let me go over to the next instrument. Let me go over to the next instrument. So let's check some what's it called? Some currencies. Now that same logic we are using for gold to trade the gap, it is also visible for these indices as well. You can also see these indices also showing that same sign, which is this what is it called? The US 500. I can see that it has gapped down already. See this open gap, US 500. It's a good opportunity to trade. You just need to put a buy stop. So I can put a buy stop here at the end of that gap, and my TP for the buy stop will just be at the start of the gap. So I'll double click on it and then start my TP there, right? Because that gap, I know sooner or later, the price would attempt to feel it more often than not. It's always feel that gap, all right? So the next instrument is, let's check some currency pairs. So I'll go over a few of them and then be able to move on. The first one I would like to check is, of course, let's start from the US index. UX index, that's how we know the strength of, that's how we know the strength of every pair that is paired with the US dollar, all right? So we can see strong potential signs for the US index. So this is the daily chart of the UX index. Now, what kind of trend can we see here? We can see a clear uptrend movement. See, so the US index is not yet breaking structure. All right, we can still see higher highs and higher lows. So this is a high, this is a higher high, and then this is a higher low. This is a higher low. See, and then this higher low has gone above to create a new higher high. The higher low has gone above to create a new higher high. Now, ideally, I would prefer that this market would pull back to retest. Why? Because this place used to be a resistance before. That area used to be a resistance before. That area used to be a resistance before, and then now price has broken it. So remember, one of our signs to press a buy is to buy after the breakout and retest of a resistance. So I would prefer, ideally, I would prefer, and to make more sense, if price pulls back to this area, and then I'll see my two opposite candle there and enter a buy. But nevertheless, if price is not yet breaking structure, then it means price is still trending up. Now, according to this chart, the last higher low that we can see is here. This is the last higher low that we can see. And price is not yet breaking, going below that place. That means dollar, we are still expecting more strength for the dollar. So the dollar is strong. Now, let's go and check some dollar pairs. For example, the USD JPY. Now, because dollar is strong, I expect the USD JPY to still continue in its uptrend. So yeah, it has been going up now for a while now. All right. Now I'm presently on the H4 time frame, which is by far the most important time frame for any day trader. If you intend to open a trade a day and close it anytime soon, you might want to be looking at the H4 time frame, as it will streamline your attention. So on the H4 time frame, price has gone above this lower high. It has broken a lower high. So by far, we are in a supposed uptrend. What are one of the reasons to enter a buy in an uptrend? You see, number one is after buy at horizontal support. We can buy at horizontal support, a verified or a proven one, or we can also buy after the breakout and retest of a resistance, or we can also buy after a pullback. Now, all of that is what I'm seeing here already. All of that is what I'm seeing here. As I can see, price has trend up here. Because there's no news today, fantastic. And then this is my pullback. So I expect price to go up from here. So for JPY, based on my technical reasons to enter a buy, JPY, USD JPY is good for a buy trade, right? So I'm going to take it on my MT5 account, right? Let me go to the chart of USD JPY. USD JPY, technically, it's a buy trade. So I'll go to my new order. I use preferred lot size, then I'll time my buy. So I can go for a 1:1, a 1:1, or a 1:2, depending on how far I can decide to hold on to the trade. And then my stops will just be a little bit below the support. So USD JPY is technically a buy trade. All right. Now, the next pair we are going to look at again is, let's take a look at CAD JPY. Let's take a look at CAD JPY. It's just beside it there. CAD JPY. Of course, we understand that JPY has been weak for a while, and then it had a sudden strength, which is largely traced to aggressive sellers entering a massive sell position. But is it breaking structures? Is it creating the attributes of a downtrend? So let's see what it is doing. So this is a lower low. This was a lower low, and then price created this lower high that took out this higher low. That is what took out this higher low. Took out that higher low, and then that's lower high has created a new lower low. There are no entries for USD JPY. It's an instant execution. It's an instant buy execution, just as we have shared. It's an instant buy execution according to all of the things we can see. Just put your stops below and then your TP above. The CAD JPY, as we're saying, lower high and lower low, see, and then this lower high created another lower low. It's this lower low that formed a new lower high. I believe we are seeing this, and then this lower high created this lower low. Now, for price to still continue in a downtrend, it is not supposed to take out any level. Immediately this price took out this level, this lower high. Immediately this price took out this lower high. That is a very positive sign that this trend, the downtrend, has come to an end. Now, the three price action signs to see that downtrend has become a lower, an uptrend, is that price must fail to create a new lower low, price must break the last lower high, and price must create a new higher low. So now price has broken the last lower high, and then price has created a new higher high, and then this is my supposed higher low. See, this is my supposed higher low. So based on all of these reasons, CAD JPY is also an uptrend, an uptrend. So at what point do I enter my buy? Based on the time frame I would like to use. If I'm going to use the H1 time frame to enter my buy, I can enter my buy now. Why would I ever want to enter my buy now? Because price is not supposed to go below this higher low or this higher low. So all of these higher low areas that I'm highlighting are potential places to put my stop loss. And then my TP would be above. My TP would be above. And every place where we are seeing resistance, of course, if price is going in an uptrend, price will be breaking old resistance and turning them to support. That's how price will continue to move. If price is going in an uptrend, price will be breaking old resistance and turning them to support. If price is going in a downtrend, it will be breaking old support and turning them to resistance. But for the uptrend to be true, price is not going to go below any higher low. So USD CAD JPY, rather, it's a buy trend. If you want to be more conservative and you want your entries to be more precise, you can simply put a buy stop above this resistance here. That is on the H1 time frame for CAD JPY. Strong buy trend. If I scale down to the 15 minutes, I want to just scalp and enter a very quick trade. I can buy now as well. I just put my stop. My stop loss will just be below this higher low here, where price is not supposed to get to. And then I can get a nice 1:1 from here. All right. So let me do that on my MT5 for CAD JPY. Yes, on the 15 minutes time frame. Scale that I want to enter a 15 minutes time frame trade on CAD JPY. Okay, a buy. Then my stops will just be below the support here. Then my TP will be above. Right? Yeah. So CAD JPY, USD JPY, good for buys. All right. Now let's move over to the next pair. Let's move over to the next pair. The next pair is British Pounds CAD. British Pounds CAD. British Pounds CAD. All right. So British Pounds CAD. It's also another very simple pair that we can trade because we're beginning to see signs of strength of the British pound or weakness of the Canadian dollar against the British pound. All right. So without any further ado, if we look at this instrument, of course, we're going to see a clear uptrend. We are seeing a higher high and a higher low. And I'm presently on the H4 time frame, seeing a clear higher high and higher low. All right. So because of this sign, I'm only speculating a buy signal. I only need a reason now to enter a buy. Only need a reason now to enter a buy. See, this is higher highs and higher lows. And then I can also see another higher high and higher low. All right. So there are two ways I can decide to approach the buy on British Pounds CAD. I can decide to buy now. If I buy now, my stop loss would be below the previous higher low because it is the chart that determines your stop loss, not necessarily you. It is the area where price is not supposed to get to. That is where you should put your stop loss. So British Pounds CAD, yes, it's good for a 1:1, a 1:1. So I can see clearly here, this is good for a 1:1. Yeah. So I can go ahead and enter trade on my MT4 account, British pounds card is good for a buy trade. Go ahead and enter a buy trade. Yeah, my stop loss just below this higher low. And then my take profit above. Yes, a nice 1:1. It's good for a buy trade. Why? Because I've seen a pullback. Remember, one of our reasons to buy is to buy in an uptrend after a pullback of 50%. And I've seen that. And I've seen two opposite candles. So my buy is right? And then lastly, before I begin to take our requests, let's quickly look at the chart of CAD CHF, right? So the chart of CAD CH is also another fantastic chart where the setup is very, very good for those of us who like to pick swing trades more than often, all right? So look at this instrument, a very nice push to the upside, and then a quick fall from the resistance back to a turncoat support, and then we can see our retest. We've seen our retest here. What are the signs to enter a buy for any support? A green candle first, followed by red, and then we can see that clearly. So from the swing trade perspective, this is good for a straight buy. It's good for a buy. My stop loss will just be below, and my take profit will be above. Simple. Nice 1:2. How would I be approaching this same instrument? How would I be approaching this same instrument for the H1 time frame? Let's say I want to scale in from the H1. So there are two ways to approach this from the H1 time frame. I can decide to wait for price to take out this resistance, and then I'll put a buy stop above here. Use a buy stop above this resistance, and then it will pick me for a buy. Or I can wait for a breakout and retest, of this level, and then I would enter my buy. All right. So CAD CHF is also good for a buy trade. All right. So I believe I've covered some major pairs. Now I'm going to look at our requests, then take some of our requests. Yes. This is what is the entry for gold. The entry for gold, the pending order for gold, the buy limit for gold. Let me share it one more time. Okay. So I'm sharing right now the entry for gold, pending order for gold. Okay, I believe we have written that so that we can move on. Okay, so let's go on. Let's go on. The next thing now is to, okay, I want to take requests. I want to take the instrument that we have in mind to review so that we can look at them together. So somebody is already requesting for, there's no sell limit for gold. I did not mention any sell limit for gold. I mentioned sell stop to trade the gap, not sell limits. Mr. Chiwantu Wanchuko. Euro USD. All right, somebody's asking for Euro USD. So let's review Euro USD together. All right, let me open the chart of the Euro USD. Let's review Euro USD together. Euro USD, right? So I'm presently on the chart of Euro USD. Following my trade plan. Let me start first from the higher time frame. Now we understand that they are all responding to the strength of the dollar. As long as dollar is strong, the Euro USD will continue to push down. See, it's no brainer. As long as dollar is strong, the Euro USD will continue to push down. Now, Euro USD from the very high time frame, like the weekly time frame, Euro USD is in a very strategic area. Now, this area where it is, we can see that the red candle has formed down to that support, and it's only a red candle that can break a support. Now, if we see a green candle beside the red candle here on the weekly, that's a very strong sign to enter a buy. All right. Now, the confirmations on the time frame like the daily time frame. Now, if we look at this instrument from this daily time frame perspective, this is the first time in a long while where we can see Euro USD close above a lower high. See it where we can see Euro USD close above a lower high. So this is a lower low. This is a lower low. Here, we now have a supposed broken lower high. Lower high. And this is the first time in a long while where price is breaking this lower high. Now, in order for us to confirm that this has changed to an uptrend, we have to see the close of a higher low. So it means this price has to close anywhere from here without it not going below this higher low. This price is not supposed to go below this lower low, rather, so that we can now have something like an inverse head and shoulder pattern. So the close of a bullish candle in this area can potentially signal the possible reversal. Why? Because Euro USD is in a very important area. It's in a very important area right now. All right. So let's scale down to the lower time. So as a from a swing trader perspective, I'll be waiting for these clear signs before I would enter a buy on Euro USD. Now, because Euro USD is also in a support area, I'll be careful how I think of a sell. My sell will be a very short sell that I intend to squeeze in. It should not be so strong on the sell because that's sold for a very long while and it's already in the support area. And you understand that the fundamental rules for trading is to buy low and sell high. It's also the same thing as selling at resistance and buying at support. So I'm not so big on sell. I would rather position for a buy. And what I want, some of the reasons for me to buy on the lower time frame, I can buy at horizontal support or at pullback. So these are two places I would like to buy from. Number one, I can have a buy limit on this support. I can have a buy limit on this support so that once Euro USD falls to this support and then enter my buy. Now I can already see a supposed shoulder here. So this place I'm marking as S. That is my supposed shoulder in line with pattern. This is a shoulder here. Then this is a head. See a head here. H. So I expect another shoulder. I expect to see another shoulder to complete the head and shoulder pattern for me. See, this is my head. This is my shoulder. Then I expect another shoulder somewhere around here. S to complete the inverse head and shoulder pattern. So for Euro USD, I am positioning more for a buy signal. Either once the price pulls back to this support to pick me for a buy where my buy limit is, or I would see the end of a pullback. I would take all of this as pullback and then see a bullish candle beside a bearish candle here. And then I'm good for a buy. While all of that is happening, I expect US index to now start the pullback for me so that Euro USD will see strength to move up. All right. Hope we got that. So Euro USD, I'll be positioning for a buy. But all of these conditions have to be complete for me to enter a buy. So that's how I'll be approaching Euro USD. If Euro USD should take out this support that we can see where my head is, then the downtrend is still going on. Then the downtrend is still going on. Or rather, if Euro USD should close below this verified support that we are seeing on the weekly time frame, then we're still going to have a further push down. See, that's how we are approaching Euro USD, right? Let's again, British pounds JPY. British pounds JPY has the same analysis for every other JPY pairs. So it's reacting right now to the correction of Friday's NFP. Now, if it's not taking out a higher low, then we should still focus on buy. And where at the higher lows. And where are the higher lows? This is a higher low here. This is a higher low here. I expect this price not to take out this higher low. And then this is also another higher low. So I'm strong on buy. I'm not thinking of sell because generally the JPY is not strong. The JPY is not strong. We are yet to see strong signs of strength for the JPY. So I'm still focused on a buy once I see the end of a pullback or price not taking out this higher low. So that's a simple analysis for British pounds JPY. All right. Somebody's also asking for US 30. US 30. All right. So let's check US 30. Let's go to the chart of US 30. All right, so let's look at it from the higher time frame. So the higher time, the daily time frame of US 30 is price is just leaving support. Price is just leaving support. So let's scale down to the lower time frame and look for possible positions to trade the US 30. Now I expect price to first heal from this move of the NFP of last week Friday, majorly. Now I also think that the index market is going to experience low liquidity. Why? Because of those holidays. It's not majorly going to move like that. But what I would rather do on the US 30, because price is presently consolidating, which is also another fantastic, opportunity on the chart, because price is presently consolidating. It is wise you just highlight the consolidation and use a buy stop above and a sell stop below. That's how we're approaching the US 30. It's no brainer. There's really nothing to look at either for uptrend or downtrend. Why? Because every moment in the market is unique. Every moment in the market. So it is presently consolidating. It can choose to go up or down. I would rather mark out the consolidation, just put buy stop above it and then a sell stop below. Then insert my TP and take profit. That's the simple way I'll be approaching the US 30. Right? Okay, this is the US 100. Same. Okay. Let me go over again to the chart of US 30. I just did US 100 now in place of US 30. So let me go over the chart of US 30. Just did US 100 now. So let me go to the chart of the US 30. Okay. So the US 30 from the higher time frame is pushing down. Of course, every moment in the market is unique. That we should always have at the back of our mind. Every moment on the market is unique. The way the indices trend, they don't trend ideally like the currency trend. So it's also the same thing as we can see here. The market is consolidating as long as today is concerned. And this present market is consolidating. Whatever it is you choose to see, anytime the market is consolidating, you will see it. If you choose to see an uptrend, you will see signs of an uptrend. If you choose to see a downtrend, you will see signs of a downtrend. I would rather allow the market to choose its direction for me. So what I would rather do is simply highlight the consolidation and then use a buy stop and a sell stop, a buy stop above and a sell stop below. That's it. That's how I'll be approaching it. Anytime the market is consolidating, that's how I'll be approaching it. A few days ago, we had a class where we're looking at this commodity. I think it was wheat. So exactly these same market conditions that we are seeing here is what we also saw on the wheat chart. Is it the wheat or corn? Let me confirm. Okay, I think it's the corn chart. Natural gas, yes. See, just like that. A few days ago, we did this. The thing was just consolidating. When the thing is consolidating like that, whatever it is you want to see, you see it. But just position for your trade, buy stop and sell stop, as the case may be. Buy stop above and then sell stop below. And let the market just move and choose the direction for you. And then the market choose the uptrend, and then it has been doing higher since then. So anytime the market is consolidating, especially if the consolidation is very, very close, whatever it is you want to going to see it, it is always wise to position, let the market pick you for the trend, meaning just put your buy stop and sell stop above and below the consolidation. Each of these positions can serve as the stop loss for the other one, and then use a 1:1 or a 1:2, and you'll be fine. All right. So I think we have come to the end of today's MMR. I hope we got both education and good trade setups. So let's be patient until those setups arrive, and the ones we've entered, let's be patient for them to run out, and then we'll then look out for other ones some other time. All right. So this is the end of the market review for today. Thank you very much for listening. I hope to see us again some other time. You have a great day ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
I benefited
Thank you.
a
We really
lot from
appreciate
the
you, sir.
consolidation strategy. Thank you, sir.
You are blessed.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mhm.
Name, please. Thank you.